Well, hello, I'm Monte. I know it's been a while. Welcome to the Fragrant Juice. But I'm going to do things a little bit different here in this video. So, I recently went to Macy's and picked up this right here. And I've been wearing it today and I want to test it out even more to refresh my memory. I've worn it a full day and I'm going to do a review for you here, but I am gonna go out and grab some dinner and freshly apply it so I can remember what the opening notes and what the middle heart notes were. And then I'll come back and kind of give more of my thoughts with a little bit more wear. So yeah, stay tuned. Hi, my name is Monte. Welcome to the Fragrant Juice, where we talk about everything fragrance. And in this installment, we are talking about a fragrance that was just released that is from a storied house that a lot of people want to know more about. And hey, I'm just going to get right to it. So today we're talking about the newly released Bleu De Chanel La Exclusive. And it's a parfum. I picked this up recently at Macy's and we're going to be talking about it here today. I've given it a few days of wear and I'm here to give you an update on what you can expect with this fragrance. So yeah, I've been gone for quite a while. I kind of took a sabbatical from the channel for a bit just to, really wear my fragrances and really experience it and not feel like I'm producing content here that's not being authentic. So I decided to take some time to make sure that I'm really wearing my collection and taking my time and enjoying why I got into this in the first place. But hey, I'm back to talk about this fragrance, and what you can expect in this video is I will go over kind of what my experience was like wearing this fragrance, what the scent profile is like, what longevity performance was like, who I think this is for, and I'll give it a rating as well, a juice score. And I'll help you determine if Bleu De Chanel La Exclusive is a fragrance you would like to add to your collection, and if it's something that's worth picking up with this fragrance. I picked it up at Macy's. I got the 100 ml. I picked this up for $2.75. So it is not cheap, to say in the slightest. And for me, it was kind of worth picking up because I don't have any of the Bleu De Chanels. I have Allure Homme Sport, Super Leggera. I have Allure Homme Edition Blanche. I have Chanel Sycomore, but I don't have any of the Bleu De Chanels. I was thinking about picking up the Parfum before, but I think it would be redundant to have both. But I decided to go with this because I tried it on skin with a sample and I really enjoyed it. So let me get to my notes so I'm making sure I'm telling you everything I'm experiencing when I was wearing it. But right off the rip with this, I like the packaging. They changed the bottle. This is the box it came in. You really don't care about that, but that's the box it came in. They made the bottle thicker with this rendition of it, thicker than the normal Chanel bottle. Got the 100 ml. And show you what the atomizer is like with this. Really good atomizer. In the air, of course, you're going to get that. It's a magnetic cap. Really good packaging. In the air, you're getting that Chanel DNA. You're getting that freshness, that airy quality, that aldehydic nature. The Chanel DNA is definitely present in this. And what you can expect right off the rip, get to my notes. When it comes to the top notes of this, I'm getting a dose of what appears to be, what smells like to me, a mix of bergamot and grapefruit. It's not listed in the notes, but that's what I'm picking up. There's some citruses that has a dose of some spiciness. There's some spiciness in there with the fragrance, but it's not overpowering. But it definitely has that citrus and spicy opening with that Chanel DNA being present with that blue DNA that we all know and love from the Bleu De Chanel line. So you can expect an airiness, a freshness with some spiciness and a nice dose of some grapefruit and a bergamot type of citrus profile. Really great opening. I really enjoy it. And that opening is gonna last anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes. After you get past that, you start going into the heart of this fragrance, and the amber touches of the fragrance really starts to come forward. The amber in the fragrance kind of reminds me a bit of the amber that I get from Tom Ford Costa Azzura Parfum. This here. The amber in this has got a lot of amber in it. And the amber in the Bleu De Chanel L'Exclusif reminds me a bit of this. And this is one of my favorite fragrances from Tom Ford. So versatile, ambery, has that citrus dose. Like, this is a really good fragrance, and it kind of gives me some vibes of that with the amber touches. So if you like Costa Azzura Parfum, I think you would like Bleu De Chanel L'Exclusif. Now, with the amber touches in the heart, you also start getting some of that smokiness and some incense that starts to come out in this. This fragrance has a lot of different dimension to it. It does what I like in fragrances. It morphs and it moves. It's not linear at all. You can definitely tell the difference between the top, the heart, and the base with this. So in that heart portion, you're getting that incense that's developing. You're getting some smokiness, and there's also that spice. And to me, the spice in this is a pleasant spice. It's not really sharp. It's got a cumin, nutmeg type of nature to it with the spiciness. And that molds with the amber touches in there, the incense, to create a really smooth and enjoyable fragrance that it melds and it morphs and it all works in cohesion together. And it's a really pleasant heart of this fragrance as well. I like how it develops. It keeps me interested because it's constantly kind of developing and moving and wafting around. I don't get annoyed with the profile. It keeps my attention. And then when you get down into the base of this fragrance, to me, that is where this fragrance right here shines. The base, when you get about an hour and a half to 2 hours into the wear, I had the dry down here. I wore it all today at work and it was still on my skin, 10 hours later. But I went to dinner recently and I took a shower and I reapplied. So it's been about 3 hours since I applied this. And now the base is really starting to shine through for me here. There's a really subtle and almost suede-like leather base note that really becomes prominent in the base here. Where the leather is almost like a fine, I was saying this, like a fine Chanel bag or something like that. It's a very luxurious and smooth leather. The leather in this is not something that's rough or harsh. It's a smooth leather. That spice, that nutmeg, cumin kind of vibe is still there. And then there's a subtle touch in the background where you're still getting that Chanel DNA. You're still getting that blue nature, that fresh. So it's a very versatile leather. I was thinking about this and I've seen some other people say it and it really rings true. The dry down in this and the way the leather interacts is very similar to this fragrance right here. This is Cedrat Boisé by Mansera. And to me, the best part about this fragrance right here is the dry down. If it would focus. Come on, you can do it. You can do it, little Mansera, you can do it. Okay, so yeah, so the dry down of Mansera Cedrat Boisé is the best part of this fragrance, in my opinion. And the leather touches and the vanilla of this and how it wafts and how it develops and how that dry down of this, people who have worn this, they know what I'm talking about. Bleu De Chanel Exclusive has some of that magic in the dry down, but with the Bleu De Chanel DNA mixed in with it, with some spicy touches. Also, there's a smoky incense that's still smoldering there. It's not overly smoky, but it's present and it's there, and it's adding some dimension. It's adding some character to the overall scent profile. This fragrance keeps my attention. The performance is great from what I have experienced with trying this out for the past couple of days. I'm getting easy. Right when I put it on, 2-3 hours of medium projection, 2 to 3 feet out, where I'm getting it around, I'm feeling it, it's pumping off. Then after that, it comes into about 1 foot, and throughout that, I'm getting wafts of it. I'm not getting fatigued from the profile. It's coming in and out as I'm moving around, and it's constantly changing and developing, so it keeps my interest. So this is a great performer, but it's not super loud. You'll smell it, people will smell you, but it's not gonna choke anybody out from my experience. So that's great for a leather fragrance to not choke anybody out. A versatile leather fragrance. I think this could be worn all year round. The only time I would kind of be a little cautious with this is if it's humid and if it's super hot and you live in a climate where it's always extremely hot. You might want to be wary of your sprays or if you decide to go with this. But outside of that, you could wear this anytime, any day, and it's gonna be able to be used. It's a warm weather leather. It's a versatile leather fragrance where it has all of the benefits and all of that. Like, to me, the best Bleu De Chanel that I had tried was the Parfum. To me, it reminds me of the Parfum, but add in some of the leather nature of the dry down of what you can experience in something like Cedrat Boisé. Not extremely sweet to me, but it has enough sweetness to make sure that it's mass appealing. But by all means, this fragrance is probably not going to be for everyone. It has a more mature type of character compared to some of the other Bleu De Chanels. This is definitely the most refined, but it fits my personality. I love a good leather in a fragrance if it's done right and it's not too harsh. And this is perfect in that regard for me. The fall is going to be here before we know it. I think this is going to be great for any date night. You could wear this in the office. You could wear this date night. You could wear this to a wedding. Anywhere you want to go, you can use this. And to me, that would make it something that actually is worth the price, because I have probably over 50 bottles of fragrance right now. And there's certain things that I just can't wear because they're too particular. Like, I really like fragrances that are spicy and oriental and have a lot going on. Like, let's say, like this right here, Habdan by Parfums de Marly. Smells like an apple pie. Really good, really nice, really rich. Has a lot going on. Beautiful scent profile. However, I only can wear this in the fall and the winter because it's such a particular scent profile. That's not the case for Bleu De Chanel Exclusive. Because that Bleu De Chanel DNA is in there and the leather is not harsh. It's very soft and supple type of leather. Kind of reminds me, the type of leather in here gives me the vibe of ombre leather in a way, but Chanel DNA in there with some slight spicy touches. I've also heard people saying there's some of the Le Lion from the Chanel Les Exclusives collection mixed in with this. It's almost like they took Bleu De Chanel Parfum and they mixed it with La Lyon. I've never worn La Lyon from the Les Exclusives collection from Chanel on skin. I've put it on a tester, and to me, I really didn't like it that much. But that is a very leathery fragrance, and I can definitely see where they're coming from with the leather touches that are in La Lyon being present in here. So if that sounds good to you, I think you should check this out. When it comes to giving, oh, let me talk about who this is for. I think this is for any man, you know, I would say this is grown stuff, 30 and up, you know, 30 and up. This is very sophisticated. If you're in the boardroom, if you want to get things done, if you want to go on a date night, if you like leather fragrances, if you like fragrances that develop and they really keep your attention for a long time, and you need something that's going to last you 10 hours, you can't go wrong with this. Now, the price is high. If you already have the EDP, if you already have the Parfum, I don't know if I'd pull the trigger on this. But if you don't have any of the other Bleu De Chanels and you're looking for a fragrance that'll be very versatile and it's not like everything else out there, I would recommend this. I would say, hey, this is worth a shot. This is a great fragrance. And lastly, I'm going to give you a juice score. Bleu De Chanel, Les Exclusives. If I had to give this one a juice score, this is really stellar. I mean, this is really great. It's hard to do better than this. A warm weather leather that you could wear all year round that has some spiciness, very versatile, can do everything. It's rare that I do this. But I'm going to give Bleu De Chanel Les Exclusives. This is getting a 10 out of 10 for me. You heard it. Bleu De Chanel Les Exclusives is getting a 10 out of 10 for me as a juice score. I think only one other fragrance has gotten that for me. Maybe two others out of my 50. One of the other 10 out of 10s I believe I gave was African Rude Boy by Chris Collins. This is a Hall of Fame fragrance in my book. And then I think the other one I gave was By the Fireplace by Replica. Replica by the Fireplace. I gave this one a 10 out of 10. Amazing for the fall. But hey, that's what I got for this installment of the Fragrant Juice. If you enjoyed this content, do me a favor as it really helps out. Please like the video and please subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. Well, and remember, your neighbor's nose is a terrible thing to annihilate. So make sure today you grab something great and you give it a few sprays. And until next time, peace. You heard what he said. Peace.